Well, earlier this week, we saw polling here in the United States that indicates that about 2/3 of Americans actually do support an agreement that would both lift economic sanctions against Iran, but in exchange for making it harder for that country to produce nuclear weapons. So the American public is really pretty favorable on this type of framework agreement conceptually. But many members of Congress, even those of the president's party, remain to be convinced. The Republican leader of the U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee, he's one of them. He's promised to vote on a measure that would give Congress a right to review the Iran framework in just less than 2 weeks. Senator Bob Corker releasing a statement reading in part, quote, "If a final agreement is reached, the American people, through their elected representatives, must have the opportunity to weigh in to ensure the deal truly can eliminate the threat of Iran's nuclear program and hold the regime accountable. Rather than bypass Congress and head straight to the United Nations Security Council as planned, the administration first should seek the input of the American people." Now, on Thursday afternoon, U.S. President Barack Obama addressed his congressional critics head on and said he would speak with the Republican leaders of both houses of the U.S. Congress to make the following point.
This is a deal between Iran, the United States of America, and the major powers in the world, including some of our closest allies. If Congress kills this deal, not based on expert analysis and without offering any reasonable alternative, then it's the United States that will be blamed for the failure of diplomacy. International unity will collapse, and the path to conflict will widen.
The U.S. president also spoke with the leaders of the UK, France, and Germany to make sure everyone is still on the same page regarding the next phase of reaching this agreement with Iran. He also spoke to global leaders who have poor relations with Iran, including Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and King Salman of Saudi Arabia. And he's pledged to organize a Camp David meeting with the Gulf cooperation countries this spring, who need reassurances, of course, about U.S. support in light of this framework agreement. Jessica Stone, CCTV, Washington.